You're fired. Do you remember those lines from the TV show The Apprentice a couple of years ago? Well, if you did, you also know who had that show. It's the same person that now is the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. But now it's not just a TV show. Now it's reality. Real life. You're fired. That's what's to come in the US from now on. And why? Well, from this week in the beginning of May 2025, the tariffs on China that Donald Trump created, 145%, has some consequences. The American company which are importing goods from China have stopped doing that. Why? Well, the price is too high. You know, it's not the way Donald explains it. It's not China who pays the tariff. It's the American company which imports stuff from China who is paying the tariff. And how are they going to do that? Well, they have to increase the price of the goods, of course. So when you go to the store in America and buy something, then the price will be at least the double compared to before the tariffs. And the American company thinks, well, I don't think the American customer will buy the product then, so we don't buy anything from China now. This will, of course, mean empty shelves in the stores in America. And from this week, it begins. In the port of Los Angeles, the amount of goods has decreased with 30 to 35%, and that's because of the tariffs and because of the American companies who don't buy stuff from China anymore. What will happen with the people who works in the port of Los Angeles when there's not that much stuff to take care of anymore? What do you think? Well, I think they will get fired. And what will happen with the people who works in the storages which will not be that full anymore, not as busy as before? Well, people will get fired from the storages as well. Warehouses, I mean. And the truck drivers, what will happen with them? When there's not that much goods to transport anymore, what will happen with the truck drivers? Yeah, you guessed it, they will get fired. And then the goods goes to another warehouse and also those people will get fired. And then, of course, the goods are transported to the final destination, the stores, Target, Walmart, and so on. And with empty shelves, do the stores need that many employees anymore? No, of course not. So they will get fired as well. That's the most positive scenario. a negative scenario, if you are more negative in your forward-looking thinking, then of course it's not only that people will get fired, companies will go bankrupt. That's even worse, of course, and that will also happen. So this is a chain reaction that starts right now. Good work, Americans. You voted for this, and now it's getting to your reality. But I think there is another business which will be even worse from now on. Because of all the layoffs that will happen, and all the people who get fired, they have less money and they can't buy as much stuff anymore. So of course the economy will shrink totally, and that will mean that even more people get fired. And one business in particular I think about, that's the tourism sector, if you call it that. Hotels, restaurants, amusement parks and so on. If people in America don't have that much money anymore, which they won't have because they are fired, they won't go to hotels and restaurants and amusement parks as much anymore, of course. And what will happen with the people who works at those places? Yeah, you guessed it. They will get fired. But the tourism sector has another problem as well. Because of the aggressive way of doing things from the president in the United States to other countries, make other countries who used to be allies now they are treated like enemies. What do you think about the people who lives in those countries? Me, for example, I live in Sweden. I had a positive view of America. I don't have that anymore. I used to think I will go to the United States sometimes. I have been there 3 times already. I don't think it will be a next time that soon. It won't. I won't go to America. And people in Europe are thinking like me. A lot of people are thinking like me. They won't go to the United States right now when the president is acting like he is. And what will this mean for the tourism sector in America? Well, it will mean a lot of money is not getting there. And it's not only Europe, of course. I mean Canada, which is very important for the American tourism sector. What do you think Canadians think of America right now? Well, they don't think that they will go there on vacation. No. So there will be massive layoffs in the tourism sector as well. And this sector is more problematic because the first thing I talked about in this video about the tariffs, they are created by one man, Donald Trump, and they could be removed, and that will fix things, get back to normal, because it's only stuff, products. They don't have feelings. But the other thing I talked about here in this video about how Donald Trump treats other countries. That's a bigger problem, because then it's about people, and people have feelings and memory that don't stuff has. So even if Donald Trump will be normal, as a normal person sometimes in the future, it will still be a damage done in the tourism sector. It will take many years before people will start to go to the US like they did before. So the tourism sector will have a lot of problem from now on in the US. Both domestically, because of the Americans don't have that much money anymore because they are fired, and of course internationally. Or how do you say that? Internationally? Oh, I mean people like me, who used to like to go to the United States. I was there 3 years ago. I won't go there. As I said, I have no plans to go to the United States. I can go to another country. Canada is definitely one option. And of course, many other countries around the world. But not the US. Absolutely not. So I'm glad that I'm not an American who owns a hotel or a restaurant or something like that, because then I would be very, very worried right now. Donald Trump is a catastrophe for the United States. But the people of the United States voted for him for president. And now the Americans will get what they wanted. I don't understand why they wanted this, but this is what they wanted. Congratulations, Americans. Well, that's it for now. As I used to do. Cheers. See you.